Hello, everyone. Welcome to Morning Coffee. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, this is going to be your general energy reading for your Tuesday, September 15th. Please keep in mind that time is an illusion and energies are fluid. So, just because this is a reading dated for the 15th of September, it does not mean that it absolutely has to resonate for you at that time. Whenever you are guided to watch this reading and it resonates, then that's the message for you in that moment. Also, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Yes? Happy Tuesday to you all. So I got some new lights. I don't know if you can notice the difference, but it's like super bright in here right now. It's fantastic. Special shout out goes out to Noelle for purchasing those for me off of my wish list. Thank you so very much. I do have a wish list that I've been meaning to post for the longest time, and I just never did it. And I know some of y'all are probably thinking out there, looking at me like, you full of shit, man. You keep saying you doing all this and then it doesn't happen, blah, blah, blah. I know, I'm so bad about that, I'm sorry. But I do have a wish list. I will post it, but I do have to edit it. I have to make sure that, you know, the things that have been purchased already are not still on there. So I will do that, I promise. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good morning. I hope you're having a good day. If you're watching this later in your day, I hope you had a good Monday yesterday. Yeah. So, quick funny little story. So I got this shirt, right? I love this shirt, and I don't have a dryer, so I hang my clothes dry. And I started to notice that when I hang my clothes from the shoulders, on my shirts from the shoulders, it leaves these little like peaks on there. You can still kind of see this one. This shirt actually was really, really bad. Like it looked like I had faux, I had like shoulder pads. And this one still has a little bit of a peak on it, you see. But anyway, okay, funny little story. All right, cool. With that said, let's get into today's energy and see what we've got for you guys, yes? Excellent. Here we go. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for the collective at this time. Please bring forward the best messages to serve the highest good of all involved for our Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, guys, we're gonna give this 5 shuffles here, but one. So the colors that I'm seeing for the collective right now are red and pink, but it's mostly red. This is 2. And to me, it feels like this red color is us or you guys grounding some things. This is 3. Grounding, I'm hearing grounding more into your physical reality. This is 4. And this is where the pink comes in, because pink is, for me, pink translates into like unconditional love, and this is 5. Translates into unconditional love. And I feel like it's because of this unconditional love, maybe that you found for yourself, or just that you're allowing the divine to shower down on you. This is allowing you to ground more of yourself, or more of your spiritual self, into your physical body. There's a greater level of acceptance, I want to say. I also want to say there's a greater level of acceptance of who you truly are and what it is you really truly, or who it is you truly want to be in life, how you want to show up in life. You're grounding this into your reality right now. So if you're feeling super tired, even anxious, just know that you're going through, we'll call it an integration process, a grounding process. This is a big part of the slowdown that we're all feeling right now. Also, Mars is in retrograde right now and is going to be until like early November. I was actually just talking to Carolyn about this last night. It's going to be in retrograde until early November, and then we're going to go through that shadow period after that. But then I think Mercury is about to go retrograde too. So buckle up, kids. But I want to say, I feel like Mars being in retrograde is, yeah, it's making people aggressive, But what I'm feeling like the message here is for right now, maybe I should do a reading. Maybe I should do a Mars retrograde reading. But I'm feeling right now that it's breaking apart a lot of the ways that you physically identified, or a lot of the aggression that has been built up within you. I feel like for many of us, this Mars retrograde is really hitting us in our physical centers, like the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, even even into the heart. I mean, all of the 7 chakras are like physical in nature, but the last 3, well, the first 3, I guess you could say, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, in my opinion, really translate mostly to the physical body, physical reality, grounding yourself in your physical reality and all that. And I feel like Mars being in retrograde right now is having a lot to do with clearing up your physical centers. A lot of the aggression that you might be feeling right now is pent-up aggression, or things that have been suppressed within you that really would like to be expressed. Okay, that was a total random channeling, but all right, there we go. Alrighty, let's see what we have for today. What's going on for you guys today? Okay. All right. Yeah, I thought so. That was the Tower. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune here on one side. On the other side, we have the King of Wands. And I really like this side of the King of Wands. So this side of the King of Wands talks about, you see how you have the king there. On the other side of the card is he's sitting in his throne. It's daylight, and he has a salamander. But here on this side of the card, it's a nighttime scene, and that salamander has grown into a big snake. And snakes snakes get a bad rap all the time, excuse me, but snakes are a symbol of wisdom. And in this card, this depiction talks about this king is now is having a conversation with his dear friend, this snake. And what I want to say is he's talking about, I'm hearing he's talking about physical nature. He's talking about himself. He's talking about his domain, maybe even talking about his family. And the conversation that I'm picking up on that they're having, figuratively of course, is about how he identifies or how he relates to all of these things in his life. I feel like there's a very serious conversation going on within yourself. And then that takes us to the Wheel of Fortune, in which on this side we have the Magician here. And the Magician is the master of all elements. The Magician is the master manifester. And I feel like, especially with the Wheel of Fortune here, I feel like what you're considering or contemplating, or even discussing, having an inner dialogue with, or maybe even having a dialogue with maybe a guru, someone that you respect, a good friend, or someone whose opinion really has value to you, you are actively creating a change in your destiny here through whatever it is that's being identified. You have the 10 of Swords. You have the 7 of Pentacles. You do have the King of Swords here. That did kind of come out. Spirit is saying no reversals here. So, okay, so the King of Swords. And then you also have the Tower. You have the 4 of Swords. And then you have the 2 of Wands. So, yeah, there's definitely a new reality going on here. There's something that you're coming to terms with. There's something that you're changing, okay? 10 of Swords, something has recently come to an end, a very painful situation here. And I really feel like this is a very contemplative energy, okay? Something has finally come to an end. Dead, done, and dead, like done, and done, right? But I feel like you're in this really pensive state right now, really trying to almost picking the situation apart. And I kind of want to caution you not to pick it apart too much, because especially with this King of Swords energy, the King of Swords can be an individual that just like picks things apart until it's like now he's picking at the bone, and it's like, dude, what else do you expect to get out of that? Like, there's no more meat left on that bone, you know. At some point, you're going to have to make a decision. I'm not saying that's what's happening right here, right now. I am saying, though, cautioning you not to get too wrapped up in the details, not to obsess over something too much. All right, so you have the Tower here. And I want to say there are two images of lightning in this reading today. All right, see it's on the Tower, and then you also see it's in the background of the King of Swords. This to me is divine wisdom. This to me is divine intervention. It's also sudden changes, sudden realizations, sudden aggression. And I do feel like there are certain things that are going to be coming up for people right now during this time period, moving into November, where certain sudden things are going to come up, or sudden realizations are going to happen, and things could get really messy, or things could get really aggressive. I do feel like the most aggressive situations that are going to be happening for people are realizations that come out of nowhere, that it's almost as if you feel like you should have known this, or maybe you're angry at yourself as to why you didn't know this. Maybe it may be that someone was keeping a secret from you. I'm not trying to say that's what's going to happen, but like that may be. I mean, this is a general reading, so please take it as it resonates. So it could be someone reveals something to you and it just like throws you into a frenzy, or you just realize something out in the external and you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened, or oh my God, I can't believe I didn't know that. Or there's a sudden realization within yourself that creates this almost like cascade of just emotions that just come pouring out of you. Okay, the Tower. I feel like also with the Tower here, I feel like you were going in a certain direction and suddenly that just stopped. Maybe you realized that what you were pursuing was hollow in nature. There was nothing really there for you. And you see how on the bottom of this card, the Chariot has crashed and is destroyed, and now the two Sphinxes are just like roaming off on their own. I feel like for some people, there's a sudden halt in a certain pursuit or a direction that you were going in, and now you and with the Tower having been struck and the lightning striking that, and now in the Four of Swords here, you see that fire in the background. Something is really coming to an end here, and now you have a decision to make moving forward. And to be honest with you, I'm going to be real honest. This does not feel like you're happy about this, or whomever is going through this. It doesn't mean that you're like super, super angry, but somebody is not pleased about this, and I feel like it's you, or at least the person that's watching this, or whomever is resonating with this. And it may be as minor as you're just annoyed about it, or aggravated, but it's like, I do feel like there's something here that you were trying to pursue that suddenly comes to an end. But honestly, I think it's because you had a sudden realization. And you're looking at the situation, King of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, you're looking at the situation like, I just heard, why didn't I see this sooner? Or it could be a situation in which, why did I have to get so far along just to realize that this wasn't going to work out? What the universe really wants you to understand is energy is never wasted. So if you're putting energy into a situation, if you're investing in like a relationship or a job or a business or something, and it falls through, that doesn't mean that the energy that you've expended has gone to waste. No, it goes straight into escrow, and you'll be able to recoup, I want to say. And in some cases, honestly, what I'm picking up now, in some cases, that energy that you put into whatever circumstance here that has fallen through is now going to be shifted into another situation in which things are just going to start popping off because you've already put a bunch of effort into the situation, right? So that's a good thing. So honestly, if you are dealing with a change in direction right now, a sudden realization, a sudden like full stop on something, and it aggravates you, don't worry about it, because what I'm hearing is this is really just a minor annoyance. And quite frankly, there's something here that you would needed to see or understand within this situation, or it wouldn't have worked out the way it did. Make sense? Everything happens for a reason, guys. Nothing is ever wasted when it comes to the universe, okay? Okay, so let's get into some clarification now, and I'm being called to use the After Tarot. I really like this deck a lot. Thank you so much, Ali, for buying this for us. I love the art and the illustrations on it. It's really quite fantastic. All right. Oh, and by the way, yes, I really do want to do that whole book club thing. I'm kind of in a very studious energy right now. And slowing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give this 5 shuffles while I'm talking, but um, things are kind of slowed down for me, which is good. It's giving me an opportunity to like really work on my apartment. It's giving me an opportunity to really start studying again, and this is too this and yeah. So I do want to make this book club a thing. And I think what I want to do is this is 3. I want to have like live sessions in which we get together maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, something like that, and where we get together and we discuss whatever it is we're reading. This is 3. 4? You know what, we're just going to give it one more shuffle. Yeah, that's what enough. But I have some books here that I haven't even started yet that I bought a long time ago that I think would be really great for us to read together. Very magical. One of them is about Aleister Crowley. And then I have tarot books here. We could do a tarot class. We could dive into the tarot and discuss it. All kinds of good stuff. All right. So anyway, that's an idea that I really want to work on. Cool. So let's start clarifying. And actually, yeah, I feel like I want to give this one more shuffle. But we're going to start with the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Now, keep in mind, I want you to look at the fact that this King of Swords back is turned, okay? And I feel like his back is turned because he's pissed off. He's pissed off about something. This doesn't have to be a man. This can be a woman too. I mean, we're gender neutral on this channel, so we're not talking gender. The thing about the King of Swords is that he's very objective. He works towards seeing everything as clearly as possible. But I feel like maybe the judgment of the King of Swords might be... Both of these kings' backs are turned. And then we have the Star underneath the King of Wands, and her back is turned as well. So this might be a time for you to really go within and figure things out for yourself, okay? Stop looking externally. And that's a big part of the reason why a lot of empaths and readers and energy healers and workers and whatnot, we're kind of pulling away. Because this moment right now is really mostly about going within and finding the answers for yourself. Reconciling with yourself even. I do kind of feel like there's a little bit of a reckoning going on. And that can be... I'm hearing spiteful. And that may be why someone is, or you, if you're resonating with this, kind of keeping to themselves here. Yeah? 10 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, and King of Swords. Let's see what else we can get here. Let's get clarification, please, Spirit. Oh, oops, something's flipped over in there. Okay, we're going to stop there. Hold on. Let me fix this. Oh, yeah. Oops. Oh, she wanted to come out. Okay, cool. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Cups. And what I feel like is, you're in or whoever is resonating with this reading right now, you're in a period of holding your own heart in your own hands. You're taking care of yourself. This might very well be a situation in which you were caring for others and you realized that something was off about the situation, and now you're really turning inward and focusing on yourself, focusing on your enjoyment. 9 of Cups. There's a lot of confusion around you right now. 7 of Cups. And it's interesting because in the After Tarot here, this person has taken the jewels out of the Cup of Jewels and has taken the snake out of the Snake Cup. And a lot of people sometimes depicted or spoke of that cup that had the snake in it like, I don't know if you want to take that, but snakes represent wisdom. And with wisdom comes riches, right? Wisdom brings knowledge, which brings abundance, greater abundance. The more wisdom you can gain, the more you can. It's a situation that's very much like money. The more money you have, the more money you can make, right? Okay, but I feel like right now, in this time of you taking your own heart into your own hands and really dealing with all of the illusions and the fear and the confusion and maybe the hidden elements to your life, You are breaking yourselves free from the Eight of Swords, from the mental prison. You're breaking yourselves free from the devil. You're taking control of your life, the Emperor, and I do feel like you are re-identifying yourself in some ways, Page of Wands, taking a leap of faith and walking away from things, okay? But then also what you have here, during this time that you're going through all of, here I go, reading the whole fucking deck, right? During this time of going through the illusions, clearing up, going through all of the confusion or all the things that are swirling around you and picking out the jewels and the wisdom and the knowledge and the beneficial things for you, really focus on enjoying yourself. Focus on being happy. Focus on allowing yourself to live. Pamper yourself. Self-care, the Empress. Recognize that you are unconditionally loved. Recognize that you are surrounded by abundance. This may be a hiccup, this may be a really annoying thing, but quite frankly, it's something that needs to happen in order for you to really move forward, okay? Okay. Let's look at the Tower, the Four of Swords, and the Two of Wands. And honestly, the Tower and the Four of Swords here, like, this is really perfect the way these are depicted, because something has been halted, something is being destroyed, something is coming to an end, and at this point, all you can really do is just sit back and let it burn down, or let it burn away, or let it dissipate, let it just fade away. And as you're doing that, you're making a decision on how to move forward in the future. Again, nothing really has been lost here. Whatever is coming to an end, whatever momentum has suddenly halted, it's for the best, and you're being redirected, okay, to something bigger, something greater. Let's get a little more clarity here, please, Spirit. Okay, that's good. You have the Knight of Pentacles so far. Ooh. Okay. Five of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like some of you might feel a little bit inadequate right now. The Page of Cups came out. It came out in reverse. To me, there is an energy of I'm kind of feeling like not wanting to give any sort of emotions anymore. This also kind of feels like it might be a breakup for someone, where in the past someone was kind of like just breadcrumbing or just giving the bare minimum, not really engaging, not really involving themselves in the situation. You do have the Nine of Pentacles here, which is about freedom, abundance, but also that's like the single card, right? The Bachelor, Bachelorette card. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands with that. The Knight of Pentacles is a good card. I feel conflict here. I do feel conflict here. I feel differing of opinion. And with the Five of Wands here, it does look like normally these men are like sparring or like kind of like fighting with their wands. But here, no one is really fighting anymore, and one person is standing up while the rest of everyone else is sitting down. So I feel like in some ways, somebody here is taking a stand and is moving forward, Knight of Pentacles, on their own. Nine of Pentacles is no longer willing to give any sort of emotional value to the situation. Or it could very well be that you are leaving situations behind in which only the bare minimum was given in terms of like emotions. If this is love, friendships, family, whatever. Five of Pentacles here. Aha! Look at this, y'all. We have the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, right? And I was going to say, I feel like whatever it was that kept you in this type of situation or position, you were there because of maybe a lack mentality or feelings that you weren't good enough or something like that. Or maybe it's just that this situation made you feel less than, made you feel left out in the cold. But then, right underneath the Five of Pentacles, we do in fact have the King of Swords again. Okay? So what I feel like here is, you are seeing this very clearly. It's like, no, I don't actually have to accept this. I don't have to accept breadcrumbs from you. I don't have to accept the bare minimum from you. I don't have to stay in this situation when you're just going to be an immature child. Page of Cups. I deserve more than that. the Empress. I can go off on my own. I can move forward, continue to move forward with the effort that I've already been putting in, the momentum that I've already generated for myself. I can move forward on my own, Nine of Pentacles, and that will eventually lead me to the caring relationship, the partnership that I deserve, that I desire, Two of Wands, because I know my worth. Queen of Pentacles. And then we have the Chariot again. But all of that is why there is this differing of opinion. However, with the strong amount of self-worth and self-care that you are exhibiting here, Queen of Pentacles, I think it's gotten to a point where someone's like not even willing to fight with you about it anymore. In this situation, I almost want to say, well, not almost, I do want to say, for some of you out there, you pled your case. King of Swords, you pled your case. And you actually may have even had a conversation with someone saying, explain to them exactly what it is that you're feeling or exactly what it is that you're about to do. And I don't think they're willing to fight against you about it any longer. Spirit wants me to continue reading from the bottom of the deck. You have the Five of Cups, and then you have the Three of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. All right? Oof. Wow, you guys, the Nine of Swords and the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles again. So what I'm getting with this is that, this might be a heartbreaking situation. There might be a lot of sorrow, but quite frankly, I feel like you're learning a lot from whatever guilt or sorrow or whatever it is you're having to dump out or leave behind or walk away from. And again, this is where Spirit is saying, don't worry about the effort or the energy that you put into this situation. It has not been wasted. Three of Wands. There is momentum generated here. And even though the Chariot may have been, at one point, the momentum of the Chariot may have been halted, it doesn't matter because you've still generated momentum. You still put energy into the situation. Spirit and the universe recognizes that. And you still have a path to move on. The Chariot with the Three of Wands. And I feel like you're moving towards greater greater responsibility or greater reciprocity. You're fighting your demons, Nine of Swords. You're not allowing yourself to be upset or fearful of whatever the situation is any longer. And that's bringing you love, if that's what you're looking for, or at least you've made the best decision for yourself. You've taken what you can get from this harvest, and now you're moving on. You have the Seven of Pentacles twice here. Okay. All right, guys, this is great. All right, give me just a second. I am going to start us a new file, and I'm going to figure out which oracle guidance I'm going to use today to close out our reading. Yeah? Give me just one moment. Alrighty, guys. So for oracle guidance today, Spirit has recommended the Sacred Rebels. All right, I'm going to give this 5 shuffles. One. Two. Three. 4. And 5. Alrighty. Let's see. Oracle guidance, please, to close out this reading. Ooh, wait, no, that's too many. That's too many. That's too many, guys. Just one card, please. Just one card. Close out today's reading. Ah, okay. See, I can't tell if I want to title this. Obviously, you guys are going to see the title because by the time it gets to you, the title's going to be up anyway. But at this moment, I can't tell if I want to title this like something like sudden change in direction, or your efforts haven't been wasted, or something like that. Because here, our oracle guidance today is card number 32, faith in the process. And 3 and 2 boil down to a 5, and that's change. Okay. Okay. So these definitions or these descriptions are pretty long in nature. So get comfy, kids. Yeah. Here we go. Faith in the process. No matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we can't quite move ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative exploration. At such times, we need some divine intervention, a little help in pulling our trolley along, so to speak. When we are at the edge of our own limits and have no more personal resources, we might be left with only one spiritual power, that of faith. Fortunately, that is enough. As unlikely as it may seem, the invisible help from the universe is often more powerful than the physical efforts of 1,000 men. That is because the invisible help is not limited by physical laws. It can shift, bend, and move in ways that defy limitation. It can affect, evoke, and influence situations through invisible but undeniably persuasive means. You are in a situation where you cannot set right the course of events all by yourself. This is not an indication that you have done something wrong, nor does this suggest that you are not strong enough. It is a sign that there is something bigger unfolding in your life, and your willpower will be supplemented by the power of life itself. Sometimes a bigger plan needs to manifest for the benefit of humanity and the earth. You need to shift your perspective to realize that you are part of the greater unfoldment of life, that your individual life serves the greater plan, and that you are not separate from its genius. This is what is happening now. You happen to be instrumental to the greater plan, and as such, you need to accept your position and be moved, while also being empowered and protected as you make personal progress through your role in that grander scheme. This is a time for humility and trust. You need complete faith in the processes and events that are happening. There is nothing to worry about. You will be moved most fully and easily, and with the most grace and assistance through your faithful surrender. Ironically, it is through complete surrender and total faith that we become the most empowered. When we are no longer trying to impede the perfection of the greater plan, we can be aligned with and moved by the process. Having faith in the benevolence of life, rather than harboring the suspicion that life is seeking to catch us out, have a joke at our expense, or carelessly toss us about as though we mean nothing, then we can relax a little. Having faith in the process gives you space to be curious about what is taking place and to relax enough to be open to what we are most in need of, even if we aren't exactly sure what that is or how it can happen. The guidance from this oracle comes direct from the greater source of life itself. There is now an opportunity for you to be moved from the situation you are currently in to the next chapter in your life story. You can't do it on your own. It is too big a shift. It needs the grace of life to intervene on your behalf. You will need faith, though. You may feel as though the wheels of your trolley are coming off or that you are a bit rickety, but you must also understand that the voice of life is now coming straight to your heart with this message. I have resources you know not of. It is safe to trust in my ways and in my wisdom, for I love you and I am guiding you into all that is rightfully yours. Know that what is rightfully yours will, what your heart truly desires, and you need, hold on a second. Know that what is rightfully yours is what your heart truly desires, and you need not fear loss. Nothing that is meant to come to you will be denied, and it is safe for you to let go and allow me to move you. Through faith, peace is restored, and you are able to know this, and perhaps have some fun in the process. Some of you are looking at me like, how the fuck am I supposed to have fun with this shit? I get it. And I guess that's kind of how the universe has a sense of humor. Yeah. Sometimes it's not so funny, huh? Anyway, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I look forward to connecting with you again for our next reading, our next cup of coffee tomorrow morning. Yeah? Take care. Mwah. Bye.